So on a E55 AMG, super easy to replace these wheel hubs with the bearings. Just buy the whole assembly together, make your life easier. You don't have to take out the bearings. Here's a new one. Here's the part number for you. Here's the old wheel hub. That was all busted up inside. It's actually these bearings that fail, but it's just so much easier to replace the entire assembly. First thing you do is take off the rotor. There's a set screw here. Take that off carefully. Don't strip that screw because they do strip out easily. So right there, you're gonna have two 18mm bolts here and here. So take these guys out, move the rotor to the side, press out the pads a little bit before taking it off, just so it's easier to reinstall. Make sure this caliper does not hang on the brake line, so just support it with something there. You're going to clean off this spindle part, and then you're going to use some sort of long life grease on here before you actually attach the new wheel hub. You don't need a lot, but what you're going to want to do is just spread it around like this, and then along the front, top and the bottom, everywhere, before sliding on that new wheel hub. By the way, the wheel hub is very easy to remove. It comes on with just one set screw, let's see, where is it? Here's the, this would be right here, and it literally is just I believe it's a 6mm Allen. So all this does is hold your wheel hub together, and they have to be a very specific torque. I'll put it in the description later, but you simply just remove it with one of these 6mm. And let's see if I can show you guys here with one hand, but it's super easy. As you can tell, the bearing's already in there with the new grease, so just very carefully slides over. Yeah, use the other hand. 1 second, guys. So what you guys are going to do is just tighten this by hand. You're going to have to use two hands to get this hub on there because you'll actually feel it lock into place. I couldn't do it with one hand, but you're going to tighten this down, remove any excess of this green grease that it comes with, and then afterwards you can actually put that bolt in and snug it down, but you have to be very careful. You don't want to over tighten it. You don't want to over tighten the wheel hub bearings to the spindle. So just like that, just hand tight, you see, just by hand, and leave it like that for now. After you put the rotor on, you can actually put the set screw in, just so it's in there. You're going to put the rotor on first, and then you're going to spin the rotor and feel for any play. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. So you're going to snug this up by hand, and then just use a little bit of force to tighten it just a little bit like that, and then let that off. Put your rotor on, and then spin the rotor, and make sure that the hub spins freely, but it also has no play in the wheel hub. So I put the rotor on, put the set screw on, and then as you can see how nicely it spins. You want it to pretty much come to a stop after you let it go pretty quickly. You don't want there to be any play, and you don't want it to just keep spinning and spinning, because that means it's a little too loose. So just go ahead and tighten up that screw, put your cover back on, and you're complete with this side.